Okay, so today I was trying to get on some CCG servers, and I usually just launch Arma, put in the IP address, and launch it that way using the um, expansions tab and everything to load up the mods that I want. Ever since this GameSpy stuff went down, well, CCG's launcher tends to be the best way. Plus, you get a nice list. You can just click and pick any of their servers. But if like say I don't have this set up for Namalsk yet, well, you're gonna have to like download everything else because it's got a different setup than what DayZ Commander had. So this is a way to combat that, to get around it. Now, alternately, you can go to their website. They also have torrent files up where you can download each of the maps and the up-to-date epoch and the up-to-date Overwatch through a torrent file, or you can just use the launcher to download it. But I have all these files up to date, and I prefer just to, use those same files. I don't want to have to re-download it. You know what I mean? So here's a way to download it, and so yeah, let's just get into our files here. Now, the default mods, if you go here, the default mods path is like your documents slash CCG, and let's see if I can find mine here. Yeah, it's like C colon your documents CCG Launcher, and this is where you'll keep all your mod files. I just don't want to put anything else on my C drive, so I opted not to do it there. I changed it to a mod folder here in this. Delete that real quick. And so see, if you don't change your path, you don't have to do it like I did. If you don't change your path here and you just keep it as the default, then what you want to do is all your mods here that you're going to be using for CCG, you're just going to copy over to that documents folder. You copy them all over to this CCG Launcher in your documents. So let's say I want Namalsk. So I haven't got that set up yet. So I'm just going to copy it where my mods are bound to on my CCG launcher. And same thing with Panthera. I'm not sure which one it's going to do this for, but we'll find that out here in a minute too. Alright, now you might hope it's that easy, but you got these files right here that CCG needs. And in your normal like epoch, you don't have that file. It's an empty file with a long hashtag name. It's something the CCG launcher adds, so it recognizes that you have that mod and it's the right version, and you don't need to re-download it. So you don't want to have to re-download it just because of one empty file that does nothing, right? Except for that, it's not big at all. So what we're gonna want to do is when you go to something and you see this download, you can click on download and it'll start downloading. Let it download a little bit, then close it. Then you open this back up and you go this, you'll see that it's created a partial zip file. You open this up and it'll say, oh yeah, it's not a complete thing, whatever, and just go into this and there's your fucking file. Since it's like no size at all, since it's completely empty, The launcher will download it pretty much first on the list. So just copy that. Then come over here to your Namalsk, make sure the names are the same, which they are. Then what you do is you create a new text file. Now before you name it, this text file, this text file it can't have an extension on it. It's got to be an empty file. So you open that up, save as, and then in quotation marks, put the name of that, all files. Then as long as you put it in the quotation marks, it's telling your notepad to save it as this, without extension, without nothing. This is exactly what you want your file to be named as, with no extension. And there you go. You got your blank file. You're ready to go. Just delete your blank text file there. Now, if you launch your CCG launcher again, go to your servers, overpock Namalsk. I don't have the download option anymore. It's working. And I've done similar with Lingor. All my just regular Trinaris overpocks. And see, another thing is, if you're gonna do this for epoch, when you copy your normal epoch, it's just gonna say DayZ epoch. But if you go to your CCG launcher and you download it, it's gonna be DayZ epoch 1051. It's a different name. So just make sure that when you're putting your mod thing in, that you rename it correctly. This is the name that will be on the file in the zip. So just gotta make sure that the folder that you see right here, when you open up the zip file, is exactly what you got here. So you may need to rename some of these. Like we'll do Panthera, because I know I'll have to rename Panthera, and I don't have Panthera. So you download. We're gonna hit that. Start downloading Panthera. Close the launcher. Open up our incomplete zip. DayZ epoch Panthera. So yeah, and I think this is going to be the wrong version of Panthera altogether. In fact, I think the right one is going to be epoch Panthera epoch. Yeah, this is going to be the one that we want to copy. So, pretty sure we'll just copy this to our mod folder, which will be your documents if you haven't changed anything. I just find it easier to do this when I have the folder right there in the same one, if you know what I mean. Alright, so DayZ epoch Panthera. Just gotta remove this little tad bit at the end. Open this up, make sure DayZ epoch Panthera, got that right. Copy that. Go into here. Alternatively, you can just use the README file if you don't want to have to select. Just a even easier way to be lazy, I guess. And ta-da! Now you don't even have to remove anything. So let's load up Panthera and see if we got the right one. But I know the launcher's gonna recognize it. Bam. Alright, so let's join this and see if we got the right copy of Panthera. I bet we do. And yeah, this works for, you know, whatever. Okay, so my version of Epoch Panthera was out of date because, as you can see, I haven't played it in a while, and because of the 1051 update, Panthera Epoch needed to be updated. So, but you see my Lingor and my Namalsk and stuff are updated. So, in order to test this way out, let's join Namalsk. Yeah, so we're joining Namalsk. Wait for host. Ta-da! And I didn't have to download any extra files for Namalsk since I already had them. All I had to do was cancel the download, like maybe a couple seconds into it on the CCG Launcher. Get the name off the blank file. Copy Namalsk over to my mod folder on the CCG Launcher and put it in that folder. And I'm good to go. Ready to play some Namalsk. So, yeah, I hope that helps anybody out. I know re-downloading shit's a bitch. And this will help with, you know, any future updates, because if you're like me, sometimes you just like to use DayZ Commander to update because you got all your mods sitting there, all nice and neat. Tells you the version number. You can downgrade it or upgrade it depending on if you need to or not for whatever server you're playing on. So, just an easy way, like if something new comes out and you update it on DayZ Commander, just copy the new files over to the folder you have, and then you may need to, you know, if it doesn't give you if you end up getting the download option on the CCG Launcher, just hit download on it, cancel it, you know, close the launcher, and then do what I did, open the zip, copy the name of the blank file, create that blank file, or you can even just extract that blank file if you don't even want to be bothered creating a new blank file. But yeah, you should have no problems at all joining any of it. Let's see, as you can see, I'm using my DayZ Commander version of Namalsk, and it works perfectly just by copying that blank file from the partial download of yep. Hope that helps, and who knows, maybe subscribe and like, and maybe I'll do some video here on CCG Namalsk. Who knows? Take it easy.